Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So, two title candidates. We have Tearlaments, the Ishizu build. You know, a long time overthinking this, but let's go for it. So let's see how this deck does. High hopes, right, as we've seen in like the predictions as well. So it's going to take on pure Snake Eyes. Again, tier 1 slash, well, I can call it almost tier 0, I guess. Featuring Diable Star, pure Snake Eyes, Christian Urena's decklist. Winning wise, he has decklist back to back, right? So which deck has the advantage? I've seen the comments, I've seen the predictions. Both decks are very similar to tier 0. Well, Ishizu Tearlament is feels more tier 0-ish compared to Snake Eyes. But again, both have their strength. But looking at like last year, I think, featuring the Fire King engine as well, Ishizu kinda blew away Snake Eyes. But I mean, the shufflers were fantastic against the deck. But let's see how this matchup went. So Snake Eyes goes first, and that's of course a very solid start. Only one hand trap in hand, being the Herald. Sadly, Herald is not live, and of course the Bestials are there. You know, in Ishizu tier format, Bestials were fantastic, one of the best hand traps, if not the best back then, at least at that time. Problem here is that the Bestials aren't the best. Well, they're decent-ish. I mean, looking at Linkuriboh, for example, looking at Diable Star, so, I mean, those cards you really want to hit. And I'm mainly looking at Linkuriboh. Problem is that Linkuriboh can chain itself, but here the thing, it kind of prevents indeed the Boral Savage from at least getting one negation. But on top of that, my hand is not the best. Pearl Loreno could turn itself into a Sharon, then again Pearl Loreno can extend and popping a card, but double normal summon in the form of a Reno Heart is not the best, especially against the Snake Eyes board featuring, you know, Masquerina, Little Knight, Baron. That's very strong. Here, this was maybe my mistake. I was like, let's use Druid's Worm now to force out Baron. Imagine if I drew like another Bestial Druid's Worm, I can use it during my next turn. But here, by doing this play, it forces out the negation of Baron, obviously, right? You should negate the Druid's Worm. On top of that, you can just tag out Baron for, what was it, 4-1 Synchron and go from there. So, I mean, in the long run, my hand wasn't the best to break through a full Snake Eyes board, I think. Especially with, you know, double normal summon. Could have used Herald though, but I'm not so sure if that was really enough. Imagine Herald discarding a Miller, like Kelbeck, Agido, then that would have been a different story, but that wasn't the case. So going first this time, this is much better. You know, Merly and Heartbeat? Is it Heartbeat? Ooh, it has been a while. I think so. So first of all, getting Mud Dragon out, again protecting the Kid Kalos, which does get ashed. I need to search. I want to search as a Celiac probably, or Crime. Okay. I mean, oh yeah, Crime kind of makes sense because of talents and stuff like that. Okay, yeah. So let's see, Rule Carols is a field, potential nip, then again you're probably side-decking out a nip, I guess, I would assume against the element. Draw the Bestial, and I should be going for Beatrice, that's nice. That was, you know, the nice addition of Herald, that you could reborn off of the Sprite Elf and potentially go for the Beatrice, which is basically a free fusion summon during my turn, entering their turn. The Cyclone on Crime, obviously. It's a problem though, because now my field is wide open for a potential Talents play. So go for Dragostaphilia for an extra monster negation. Thing though is that, the Shufflers, right? We've seen before in the Fire King matchup, like the Shufflers are far more powerful. Like all of the Fire King engine, it hits the graveyard and the Shufflers just say no to the entire Fire King lineup. But I feel pure Snake Eyes has a bit more place compared to Fire King Snake Eyes or Snake Eyes Fire King. I do lose some of my board, but let's face it, it doesn't really matter too much. The field spell is there though, but I can establish everything. I have the Dragostaphilia on field for a potential monster negation during my turn, even though it doesn't really matter that much. Drop Galeno, which cannot use this effect because of the Typhon. Drop Druid's Worm. And this should be more than enough, right? I can, you know, use Kid Kalos, tag out, mill a couple of cards. The field spell is going to activate, which again doesn't really matter. The Flame Birch, Well, can I trigger? No. I should probably use Dragostophilia, right? On the, whatchamacallit, Typhon, to use the, I mean, that works, right? It should work. Yeah, negate the effect, and then Kaleido, whatever. Far more, enough monsters to attack for you. So 1-1, okay. Going second again, Side-Decked in, let me think. Super Polys, I think, is one of the first cards that comes to mind. So going second, and this is going to be a sick Snake Eyes board. And I do connect with Heaviness, but it's kind of expected, even though the Bestials weren't that, at least there aren't too many Bestials in the side deck of Snake Eyes. What is it, 3 or 4? One of them being there, I think it was Drew's, yeah. So that prevents the Kid Kalos from coming out. Okay, this one of this, let's see what, I still have the Super Poly to potentially get me back in a duel, but again, as I mentioned before, this is full Snake Eyes. More than full Snake Eyes. And 2 draws as well, kinda disgusting. Promethean Princess getting back Flame Birch for the Masquerina play. And this is cool. The Zealandis is also a card that it should be banned. It will eventually be banned. This is not going to be, used in a fair strategy. But anyway, Zealandis getting, at least summoning Zealandis in the middle of the field, potentially co-linking with IP, etc. So that's definitely strong. So go for Muddragon. Muddragon is fantastic. It blocks Promethean Princess, stuff like that, like Little Knight, Calling Dark, protecting Kid Kalos. Let's see what we go from there, or where we go from there. I do get Impermed on Reno. I do search Heaviness, yeah, for a potential monster effect, so I can drop Heaviness and get a couple of mills going, hopefully milling stuff like Gelbeck. So let's see. I don't think I hit with the Heaviness, so go for mill 8. That seems fair. And chain buckling with the is it Heartbeat? Is it Heartbeat? I'm not so sure. The continuous spell that mills 3. Surge the Trap, Search Celiac, mill 8 in total. Connect with Gelbeck and the Sharon. Am I using a Shuffler here? Yeah, I think I used a Shuffler, but the problem here is that they can dodge. Yeah, the link, that's the deal, right? Like Linkuriboh can dodge, plus it makes an attack basically useless, right? Attribute itself to make, the attacking monster 0 attack. So I go for Dragostophilia, and what is the IP Little Knight on the Reno, which I think it's fine, because I still have my Dragostophilia on field to use its negation effect. I think it was good to keep that for later, to prevent the Little Knight from using its effect on Baron, to potentially, reset Baron. So Kaleido, bounce back, big boss. I can go for my own Baron to pop the Zealandis, because again, co-link, so that's at least 2 pops as soon as I enter my battle phase, so I need to get rid of that. And I think I leave the Flame Birch on field, because again, as soon as their turn starts, I can, do my stuff, play during their turn as well. That's how fair Tearlaments is, right? So let's see. Negate the Flame Birch, tribute Kaleido, Kaleido special summon itself, send Heaviness or any Tearlament, bounce away Flame Birch, and this should be more than enough. Still have the, the Baron already used the effect, the negation effect on Cyclone, but Muddragon is still there for, interruption or negation. Rule Carols for monster negation, Typhoon is fine, but, it won't matter that much. Again, I can still negate the effect, right? The worst thing that can happen is maybe I lose my elf, but other than that, it doesn't really seem too threatening, right? So yep, that's more than enough. So like, that was a full Snake Eyes board, and Tearlaments was able to break that one. Small Super Poly definitely helped out, and of course Muddragon. Okay, so game number 4, and this hand, well, it looks really promising, right? Double Talons, Talons definitely solid going second, and the Droplet for discard 2 and mill 10, yeah. But we'll see. Again, very solid opening board, but we see the summon limit, and that's where, shiz hits the fan. So we'll see. I think this is just going to be a standard end board, right? Promethean Princess for Flame Birch. Selena to... what is it? Wait, what's the combo? Oh, Eppo. Yeah, you're ending on Eppo. Yeah, you tribute green for indeed the Flame Birch, Masquerina, and then for another draw, potentially draw another Cyclone. That's disgusting, plus summon limit. And I do Droplet in draw phase, so I can play during the draw phase, prevent Masquerina, prevent stuff like Fail, right? And draw as well, imagine. A couple of mills, couple of hits, so I do connect. Problem, again, is going to be the summon limit. Or a potential, I mean, we can expect the summon limit back row, so I think I searched the Spell Trap Destroyer. But I think I make a small mistake, and I do get Failored, which is fine, Masquerina for Little Knight, and that's the problem here. I don't think I was able to put out Mud Dragon to protect Kitkalos, and now I'm going to lose Kitkalos because of Little Knight, and the thing is that Little Knight has another dodge effect, another interruption effect, and that's kind of big. So let's see. I still have talents. I can take control. Problem is that the Little Knight can dodge. So what is it? Apo? Apo as basically another monster for Link summons. And here is where I should have used the spell and trap destroyer much sooner. But I think I only milled Reno. Again, I don't think it matters. Again, double talents not the best. I can only use one. So that's one less answer for that particular board. And again, oh, there was a Magnamute as well. So that's the deal, right? You're playing through a Snake Eyes board, and there's still those Bystials potentially in the back of their, well, in their hand for more interruptions. And here, I know the game is over. I was like, okay, maybe I can go for a comeback. But then I was like, no, yeah, Magnamute Surge, Little Knight comes back. There's no way I'm going to win this one. So it's a 5-gamer. I go first though, and I see Carlby, and that's fine. You know, stuff like Failure, etc. Immediately hit Kelbeck, mill 5, I do connect with Sharon, go for Garuda first, okay. For a, oh yeah, for Charmer, so I can go for Elf for protection, because now, with that hand, okay, the Failure on the Charmer I get, because again that prevents the Elf from coming out, because again Elf kind of protects your, you know, your fusions, etc. And at the same time it forces Failures, Imperms on Elf first, and then, you know, on Kitkalos if it ever hits the field. But there's still fuel left, so go for Merly, another fusion summon, go for Kitkalos, probably, yep. Getting another search or mill for a fusion summon, search crime, that makes sense for talents, and you know, stuff like that. What is it, mill 8? Let's see if we can connect, hit the shufflers, could be important. Preventing Flame Burst from triggering, Jet Synchron from triggering, so again, super crucial. We negate the Snake Eyes Ash, go for a fusion summon, and this should be the duel, right? Am I able to go for the Calado? Ah, and I think this is the first time, right? Having the field spell, the Pearl and Reno for another pop. Here is where crime comes into play. Getting rid of a shuffler, I can still go for potential monster reborn, send the shuffle, send one of the Ishizu cards, and that's, yeah, more than enough. So, a very powerful game number 5, but I think we have about this over now. This was kind of much closer than I originally expected. So there's still hope, guys, don't worry. Okay, next matchup we have Exodia versus Blood, so feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Liam signing out. Peace.